The islands of Japan, sculpted by the Pacific Ocean, have lived in harmony with the sea for millennia. But on March 11, 2011, that balance was shattered. A catastrophe struck Japan, changing the nation forever. Today, we delve into 10 crucial facts about the Japan tsunami that reshaped global disaster response protocols. Join us as we explore this transformative event. Deep beneath the ocean, tectonic plates shifted with unimaginable force. These colossal slabs of the Earth's crust, moving ever so slowly, suddenly collided and ground against each other, releasing pent-up energy that had been building for centuries. A subtle tremor escalated into a magnitude 9.0 earthquake, shaking Japan's foundations. The seismographs went wild, their needles dancing frantically as they recorded the immense power of the quake. Buildings, designed to withstand such forces, groaned under the strain, their steel frames bending and swaying. The epicenter, 70 kilometers east of the Oshika Peninsula, became the focal point. This region, known for its seismic activity, was now the center of a catastrophic event. The ground here split open and the energy radiated outward, affecting areas far beyond the immediate vicinity. The Earth's crust ruptured violently, unleashing energy through the ocean floor. This rupture sent shockwaves through the water, creating a powerful underwater disturbance. The ocean floor itself seemed to heave and buckle as if trying to shake off the immense pressure. On land, buildings swayed and the ground rolled like waves. Streets cracked open, and the very earth seemed to undulate, making it difficult for people to keep their balance. The sheer power of the quake was evident in every corner of the affected region. Panic surged as people struggled amidst the chaos. Fear was palpable in the air as families clung to each other and strangers helped one another find safety. The streets were filled with the sounds of alarms, cries for help, and the constant rumble of the earth. The seismic shockwave set in motion a chain of events, leading to an even more destructive force. The energy released by the quake traveled through the ocean, displacing massive amounts of water and creating a tsunami. This wall of water raced towards the shore, promising further devastation in its wake. The earthquake unleashed a terrifying tsunami. Seismic waves displaced vast columns of water. On the open ocean, the tsunami moved with surprising speed, its energy concealed. As it approached the coastline, waves rose to staggering heights. The first wave crashed ashore with immense force, breaching defenses. Coastal defenses crumbled, and entire villages were swept away. Homes and infrastructure were reduced to rubble, transforming the landscape into a vortex of debris. The tsunami left an indelible mark on Japan's coastline. Coastal cities and towns were transformed into scenes of destruction. Sendai, a bustling metropolis, bore the full brunt. Surging waters swept through streets, carrying deadly debris. Buildings were ripped from foundations, cars swept away. The once familiar streets of Sendai were unrecognizable. The receding waters carved deep scars into the landscape. The physical and psychological scars would take years to heal. The tsunami claimed nearly 20,000 lives, leaving an unfillable void. Families were torn apart and communities were shattered. The sheer scale of the disaster was overwhelming, with entire towns wiped off the map. The emotional toll was immense as people struggled to come to terms with the loss of loved ones and the destruction of their homes. Stories of loss and heroism emerged. Parents shielded children, risking their own lives to ensure their safety. In the face of such overwhelming odds, the human spirit shone through. Acts of bravery and selflessness were seen everywhere as people came together to help one another. Elderly couples faced the waters hand in hand, their love and resilience a testament to the strength of the human spirit. They supported each other through the chaos, finding solace in their shared experiences. Their stories of survival and endurance inspired many. First responders risked their lives, working tirelessly to rescue those trapped in the debris. Their bravery and dedication were crucial in the immediate aftermath of the disaster. Thousands were injured and the medical response was stretched to its limits. Hospitals struggled to cope with the influx of patients. Medical staff worked around the clock, providing care in overcrowded facilities and makeshift tents. The healthcare system was pushed to its breaking point, yet the determination to save lives never wavered. The loss of homes and livelihoods left countless displaced. Families were forced to live in makeshift shelters, their futures uncertain. The destruction of neighborhoods meant that many had to start from scratch, rebuilding their lives from the ground up. Survivors grappled with trauma and uncertainty. Grief counseling sessions became a lifeline for many, offering support and a sense of community. The search for missing loved ones continued, with hope and despair intertwined. Memorials and prayers provided a space for collective mourning and remembrance. The disaster left a lasting mark on the nation's psyche. National mourning events and memorial services honored the victims, while also symbolizing the resilience and recovery of the people. The collective memory of the tragedy became a part of the national identity. The ripple effect impacted families, communities, and the entire nation. Yet, amidst the devastation, there was hope. Communities came together to rebuild, volunteers offered their help, and families reunited. The journey to recovery was long and arduous, but the spirit of resilience and solidarity shone through, lighting the path forward. Japan, at the forefront of technology, had advanced early warning systems. Sensors monitored seismic activity, issuing alerts. But the tsunami's scale overwhelmed these systems. The earthquake's proximity meant the first wave arrived minutes after the tremor. Warning sirens were drowned out by the approaching wave. Coastal communities were caught off guard. The disaster highlighted technology's limitations against nature's power. It underscored the importance of preparedness and resilience. The tsunami triggered the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster. The plant's seawalls were breached, disabling backup generators. Reactors overheated, leading to explosions and meltdowns. Radioactive material was released into the environment. The disaster raised global concerns about nuclear safety. The Japanese government evacuated hundreds of thousands. The exclusion zone remains a stark reminder of radiation's threat. The tsunami inflicted a devastating blow to Japan's economy. The destruction was estimated at $360 billion, the costliest natural disaster in history. Entire industries were decimated and transportation networks were inoperable. The agricultural sector suffered catastrophic losses. The tourism industry ground to a halt. The Japanese government implemented massive stimulus packages. The global economy felt the tremors of Japan's disaster. The tsunami highlighted the interconnectedness of the global economy. In the wake of the devastating tsunami, a remarkable spirit of unity emerged across the nation. Communities came together, transcending differences to support one another in this time of need. Over 100,000 personnel from the Japanese self-defense forces were swiftly deployed to the affected areas. Their mission was clear: to save lives, provide aid, and restore a sense of normalcy amidst the chaos. These brave men and women worked tirelessly, often around the clock, to rescue survivors trapped in the wreckage and to deliver essential supplies to those in desperate need. Their dedication and bravery were nothing short of heroic. The international community responded with an outpouring of support and aid. Nations from around the world sent teams of experts, medical supplies, and financial assistance to help Japan in its hour of need. Ordinary citizens, moved by the plight of their fellow countrymen, donated generously to relief efforts. Donation centers were flooded with supplies, and volunteers worked tirelessly to distribute them to those affected. The disaster united people in compassion and solidarity. Strangers became friends as they worked side by side, offering comfort and support to those who had lost everything. The recovery effort focused not only on rebuilding physical structures, but also on addressing the psychological trauma experienced by survivors. Counseling services and support groups were established to help people cope with their grief and loss. The tsunami revealed the extraordinary capacity for resilience and unity within the Japanese people. Communities banded together, determined to rebuild their lives and emerge stronger from this tragedy. Their spirit of perseverance and solidarity serves as an inspiration to the world. The tsunami forced a reassessment of disaster preparedness. Japan reviewed and improved its disaster management protocols. Coastal defenses were strengthened and early warning systems enhanced. Public awareness campaigns educated citizens on preparedness. The Fukushima disaster prompted a global reassessment of nuclear safety. The International Atomic Energy Agency developed new safety standards. The lessons learned shaped a safer and more resilient future. A decade after the tsunami, Japan's recovery journey continues. Coastal communities have transformed, incorporating resilient designs. Parks and green spaces provide reflection and healing. Memorials honor those lost and educate future generations. The Fukushima disaster poses ongoing challenges. Innovative technologies address nuclear waste disposal. The tsunami revealed the resilience of the human spirit. Japan's recovery stands as a testament to humanity's capacity to overcome challenges. The 2011 Japan tsunami reminded us of nature's unpredictability. The images of devastation are etched in our minds, but we also witnessed extraordinary resilience. Join us as we remember the lives lost and the lessons learned. Like, share, and subscribe for more content on global issues and history.